the Biden administration has a new policy. They have reached out to North Korea. North Korea has not responded. It's as simple as that. At the same time, I think President Moon has conducted outreach to North Korea and has had limited success also. Communications has to be the start to any successful resolution of the issues between North Korea, South Korea, and the United States of America. I always hope, and I know that hope is not a strategy, but I always hope that North Korea will, for lack of a better description, realize that the Republic of Korea and the United States really want to have a settlement of the crises. That is a very difficult question. I mean, as you said, diplomacy and communication and discussions are the way to go forward. I think Kim Jong-un and the Kim regime believe that if they open up to the South and to the United States, that the regime becomes in jeopardy. And I think until they feel comfortable that that is not going to happen, I think it's going to be very, very difficult. We have never been very successful in trying to predict what the regime will do next. We hope that it will be peaceful, and we hope there will be discussion and talks, and the initiatives that are being put forth by both the United States and the Republic of Korea will be accepted. However, up to this point, they have not. And at the same time, and I know that we're going to probably talk about it later, they continue their growth of their nuclear and their missile programs, which in a real sense is a provocation. It's not only a provocation to the Republic of Korea, it's a provocation to the globe. So in that context, I wish I could be more optimistic. At heart, I'm optimistic, but I'm also realistic. Normal leaders of countries would be more inclined to look at the welfare of their people rather than the building of nuclear and missile capability. I think in North Korea it's just a reverse. This has been a long-term goal and strategy of the Kim family regime. So in that context, it's not stopped. And we see that as he goes through various tests, although there hasn't been a nuclear test in several years now, but we have seen other capabilities being developed, like submarine-launched missiles. No reason to believe that he will come off it, and I've not seen anything in the past that says he will. So I think we have to be very careful, and I think it's a serious threat. Well, I think there are probably several reasons. One, some of the internal issues that they're trying to resolve. Two, it depends on how you define provocation. Is rhetoric provocation? Certainly they've not stopped rhetoric. You can go back to the issue of balloons, to the issue of exercises. And threats. Are threats provocation? Well, if not executed, they may not be, but the fact is they're still threatening the Republic of Korea and the United States. Or they're trying to think their way through what are the strategies that they must employ in order to retain the regime. Remember, that's job number one, retain the regime in power with the Biden administration and with President Moon. Every year, on every exercise, and they're planned, and they're not offensive, every year the North Korea warns the South and warns the U.S. So that is not new, number one. Secondly, this is not the first or the last time that they will stop talking to South Korea over the landline. The responsibility of any government is the protection of its people, the protection of the people of the Republic of Korea. In order to be trained and ready and be a deterrent force, not an offensive force, but a deterrent force, you must be trained. So joint military exercises, and remember that there are not a lot of people in the field. These are simulation exercises, using simulation rather than lots of people out in the field like used to be. North Korea should never underestimate, one, the commitment of the United States, the commitment of the United States to the ROK-US alliance, and the strength of that alliance. It would be foolish for them to underestimate that. It is not good to make an analogy between Afghanistan and the Republic of Korea and the United States commitment to the Republic of Korea. President Biden and President Moon and before have stated that the commitment to the Republic of Korea is ironclad. The third part that we forget about this is that we have a mutual defense treaty. And the mutual defense treaty is very clear that we will support the Republic of Korea in any incursion by North Korea. And oh, by the way, the alliance is more than just something on paper. It's an alliance of partnership and friendship. That's what makes this alliance much different. I think our national leaders, both congressional and presidential, have made clear statements that the Republic of Korea and the United States are together and will remain together. So I don't see that as an issue. Personally, I don't see that as an issue. And I would hope that the Korean people trust the United States and believe that when they needed it and when they need us, we will be there.